there's a big focus rightly on well-being at the moment.
Yeah.
But then we're also talking in many organisations about creating a high-performance culture. Are the two diametrically opposed, or can we balance both?
It's an interesting one, isn't it? I guess well-being would be a new introduction to the performance management conversation, if we still even want to call it that. Whereas I think we might have said, how are you, as an almost like just an instinctive intro. Now that question means, you're looking after yourself. Are we looking after you? In the widest sense of the word now. I guess we talk about technology devices and the creep of work into every crevice of your life. We think about the pressure that comes from passive-aggressive emails. Yeah, there is something about the well-being part of a performance management conversational check-in type of approach. I think now is an essential ingredient. I think we're much more open now, talking about feeling a bit vulnerable, a bit frazzled, or whatever it might be. So I guess some of the macho nature of high-performance cultures has been somewhat balanced out by that. But the fact that people might think well-being or high performance is a bit of an issue. I would suspect that sustainable high performance is only good when you can have well-being as an integral part of that. So I think we've seen a lot about burnout culture recognised by the World Health Organization as a condition. I think we have a duty of care to keep well-being really optimal in that discussion. But the link then to high performance is not something that should be, erased from that viewpoint and that conversation. So I think we can say well-being and high performance rather than one or the other, and whether one is an explicit link to the other, and if we're in danger of over-focusing on high performance and under-focusing on well-being, then we're in a dangerous position. I guess you'd say experience of people is they are there to do a good job of work, and so high performance is an aspiration of theirs most of the time.
Yeah, it's about helping them to bring their best selves to work each day.
And I've seen a lot of people who have lent in so strongly to their job, their well-being suffered, and ultimately then their performance suffered. Yes. So tired people don't make good decisions. Leaders who have got too many things going on can snap at their staff and demotivate them overnight. So I think there is something about pay attention to that and high performance in a balanced and almost like rhythmic flow.
I think one of the things, the key to getting this right, that balance right, is making sure you're very careful about what and how you measure, or if you measure at all. So once you get into this kind of ratings culture and every objective and everything is measured, which can often be seen as how you get high performance, you can end up with things being pushed under the carpet.
Definitely.
People trying to push forward evidence and hiding things like, well, I'm not feeling very good about this. I remember hearing that Satya Nadella from Microsoft had a great quote saying, I want to turn Microsoft from this company of know-it-alls, which is what he felt when he arrived to a company of learn-it-alls.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we can't achieve that if there isn't this psychological safety culture where we can talk about things, and then surely that would lead to better high performance, which I think it has at Microsoft.
I think so. So I guess the question could be, if somebody is a high performer in feedback terms, there's a rightful question from a line manager perspective saying, I've got a duty of care for you. So performance is great. How are you doing looking after you? And I think you're right. The learning frame for that is if you've learnt to perform really well, but you're not learning well to look after yourself, I can help you with that. And I think that balance is an important thing to then say, because high performance can come at a price. And I think that's the message behind Satya's approach there. And yeah, I like the thought that could be turned into a learning opportunity, not something where people feel vulnerable or exposed or it's underplayed.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting you talk about that, that how are you, the power of that, but it's very powerful.
Yeah.
At Clearview, we do check-ins, as you'd hope.
Cool. Yeah.
And I always start mine with like, so how's it going?
Great.
Really, how's it going? And then all sorts of stuff can come out, because there's no point in getting into goals, objectives, all that kind of stuff, unless you're okay. And if you're not, let's talk about what we need to do about
And I think that's symbolic on your part, isn't it? To say, let's talk about you first and what you do second. I think that's the right kind of balance. My team's only small, but we have check-ins every day. And the first question is, how are we feeling? And if we're feeling a bit frazzled or a bit unfocused or a bit let down or whatever, we say. And we have a little 1 to 5 stress target that if we're in 2, that's pretty high stress. So we need to know what's going on there and how can we help each other. Do you know what? It's created a real kind of genuine care about what am I doing that's helping that or not helping that, and what we can do between us. So I think flush that out. You're absolutely right. Don't hide it. Yeah.